Present with me today is the CEO of Realty and Consultancy, an outstanding lady and a mentor in the real estate fraternity, Madam Hanna Atiase. You're welcome to Property Live.
Thank you so much for having me here, Sandra. It's an honor to be here this morning.
So I am here to dive into the issues pertaining real estate and your achievements. Congrats on your awards as the most trusted real estate broker 2022. You've done so much. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, and thank you to Ghana Property Awards for such a prestigious award. I appreciate it.
Okay, so you have shaped the lives of many, especially women, and they are looking up to you as their mentor. Can you briefly tell me about your role and your achievements?
Well, thank you. I mean, it's always an honor to know that people are inspired by the work that you do, particularly when you enjoy and are passionate about the work. So I'm honored. And I would say that, you know, it has been very challenging in the real estate sector because it's not a regulated market. But to just be persistent and to just ensure that you maintain your integrity and credibility is something that is very key to achieving success in this industry.
Okay, so what gives you the edge to strive harder?
I think it's knowing that you're making a difference in someone's life, particularly those who are overseas in the diaspora, and they want to be able to purchase homes in their homeland Ghana, but they don't have any path or any avenue to be able to buy a home safely. You know, you hear of so many horror stories, people sending money, they come home and there's no house.
There's no house.
Exactly. So, you know, we wanted to end that and change the narrative. So what encourages me to keep moving forward is knowing that I'm making an impact in someone's life, and they're able to purchase a home in their homeland. I think everybody should have that opportunity.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah,
what would be your advice to women, like upcoming women who want to venture into the real estate business?
I would say be consistent and be persistent, okay? When you talk about consistency, be consistent in what you stand for. We stand for customer service and customer experience here at eWells. So be consistent in your message and be persistent. You know, if you want to be able to put people in homes, then be persistent about it and make sure you get it done and do it as efficiently and effectively as possible.
Wow. So before you got crowned as the most trusted real estate broker, can you talk to me about one of the most difficult challenges you encountered?
Yeah, I think I would just sum it up as some of the challenges we face are actually working with developers or working with builders, because, you know, people are trusting you. Some people have never seen the property. They're trusting you based on the 3D images that you've sent to the clients. And developers give you a time frame in which the project will be completed. And people are hoping that they can come to their home with that set time. So people buy tickets and they're ready to fly down and come into their home. So I think one of the greatest challenges is ensuring that the developers meet the timelines, and also that the developers complete the project as promised based on their 3D images. So just ensuring that that is done, I think, is one of the challenges you have to face as a real estate broker, because you don't have control of the situation. You just have to make sure it's done.
So have you ever gotten disappointed at a point in time dealing with a client?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We run into a situation where a client was buying an off-plan property, and unfortunately the developer changed their minds and moved the project, put that project on hold and started a new project in a more desirable location. So the client unfortunately had their funds in this project that was not going to start or be completed at the promised date. So we had to quickly step in and rectify the situation, and ended up getting the client something else.
Wow.
Yes.
This is serious.
Very serious, yes.
Okay, so what are your expectations in 2023? What are your plans and all that?
Sure. 2023, we are going to focus more on the property management space, particularly with commercial brokerage, commercial leasing. So 2023 is commercial for EWALS.
I'm applauding to that.
Thank you, thank you.
So what inspired your achievement?
What inspired my achievement?
Yes.
Again, you know, I think I've always been passionate about real estate. That's one thing. And I believe that whatever I set my mind to do, I can achieve it.
Sure.
So I think that if you can think it, believe it, you can achieve it. So what inspires me or causes me to keep the momentum going is every time you end up conquering an obstacle, every time you end up reaching that milestone, it encourages you to keep going. So I think just being able to see the successes along the way is very rewarding.
Okay, so to regards to your firm, as in this firm, what are the services you render?
Okay, so we have EWALS Realty and Consultancy, which does rentals and sales of lands, properties. We also do courses, trainings, investment courses, consultancy, advisory services for individuals that want to, you know, build developments. They need guidance, they need advice. We do that. And then we have the EWALS property management, which is what we're going to really be focusing on next year, which is more managing commercial spaces.
What does your firm offer to new real estate developers? New real estate agents? Yeah.
Okay, so we offer training classes because, you know, it's very important to make sure you're educated about the real estate sector and also, you know, some of the laws that will be implemented probably in 2023. So we offer a lot of training classes, marketing, sales, to real estate agents.
Okay, so according to Travel Watch in 2023, tourism is supposed to be in the limelight. What do you have to say about it concerning the Airbnb market?
Well, you know, if truly we see a surge in tourism like we did when Beyond the Return was initially introduced, then we will see a lot of short lets. We'll see a lot of increase in short lets actually. A lot of Airbnb, short stays as we term it. We will see an increase in that. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any plans in venturing into that, into the Airbnb space?
We do short stays actually. So short stays is anything under 6 months is considered a short stay. So we do have some agreements with some property owners for short stays, for 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, that sort of thing. We do have some in our inventory.
Okay, so how do you deal with conflicts between your staff and your clients?
Yeah, you know, as I mentioned earlier, one of the key things that we focus on EWALS Realty is customer service and customer experience. You want your clients to walk away saying, wow, I had an incredible experience working at EWALS Realty. So one of the things that will enable that good experience is conflict resolution, where the client, at the end of the day, though there were some hiccups along the way, the client is able to say, wow, EWALS stepped in, they intervened, and they resolved it. So we are big on conflict resolution, where we speak to both parties, and then we make sure we reach some sort of agreement. And sometimes it's, I'll give an example where we had a client who was going to rent a property, and the kitchen cabinets was a horrendous color, and the client didn't like it. I mean, I also didn't think the color was very nice, you know, and so the client asked if it could be painted, you know, or get a different neutral color. And also I encourage owners, get neutral colors, because if you're not going to live in the house yourself, not everybody's going to want bright orange or bright red or bright green, you know. So get neutral colors. And so unfortunately the real estate agent said no, you know, they're not going to change the kitchen cabinets. And this was a client who was planning on staying there long term. And so Ewell stepped in and said, we will change it and we will cover the cost of it. Just to keep the client satisfied.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Can you please brief me about your successes and your challenges in a nutshell?
Okay, so I think if I'm looking at this year, one of our greatest success was being able to get a lot of people overseas. We're talking about Canada, United States, the UK. We were able to get them homes in their homeland, Ghana, at affordable prices. You know, because a lot of times the price of the home is not something that if you already have a home overseas, you can afford another home here. So we were able to get a lot of homes. And I remember one client in particular said to me, I am so grateful for this opportunity because I always wanted to retire and come back to my country, Ghana, but I didn't have anywhere to stay. But today, I can say that I can begin to prepare to come home and retire in my country because they have a house now. So that was to me a huge success, and it shows that what I'm doing is making an impact. Some of the challenges, again, I think is really dealing with developers, dealing with builders. And then a major challenge is trying to change the narrative about what people think of real estate agents, because they are unprofessionals in the real estate market. It's not a regulated market. So as soon as you say you're a real estate agent, people get a bit a bit leery. Yes. So coming in and trying to change that narrative, it's challenging. But I think by God's grace, people are separating Ewell's Realty and Consultancy from other unprofessional entities out there.
Please, your last words to my viewers.
What I will say is this, that you know, investing in real estate is one of the largest investments anyone will ever make in a lifetime. So do not rely on a friend, a family, auntie, uncle, somebody to help you purchase that property, but rely on a professional, an expert in the industry who can guide you, who can help you find the right home for you. So I encourage you to use a real estate professional, use Ewell's Realty and Consultancy.
Thank you so much, Madam Hanna Atiase.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for your time.
Thank you, Sandra.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, you too. Thank you.
Welcome.